Okay, again, this particular.
Hello? Hindi ako naka-mute. Are we good? May mga feedbacks dito, wala daw sounds. Sa output natin, walang sound.
Are we?
Are we? Hello? Technical, message us kung may naririnig kayo. Technical message la, okay na? Okay, so before we begin our afternoon session for this teen webinar series 2020, allow us first to give you the basic guidelines that we need to follow as we go through with this particular webinar. First, we have to record this webinar. Okay, because we'll be posting this particular output to our YouTube channel and also to our Facebook page. All our participants will be requested to mute their all our participants will be muted for the meantime while our speakers is currently presenting his slides in order for to prevent disruptions. During the open forum, we will be giving you 30 minutes open forum after the lecture of our speaker. We will be calling each province for your questions and clarifications if you have, or you can also use the chat button in our Zoom account. You can type all your questions there and kami na po ang magbabasa later after the presentation. And participants are also advised to set up their learning space in a conducive and well ventilated environment away from unnecessary distractions because medyo mainit ngayon ang panahon. We hope nasa medyo malamig kayo na room. May mga electric fans dyan, aircon, mga ganyan. Okay, kasi medyo we will be staying online for about 1 hour and a half. The schedules of webinar series will be every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we expect you to be online every Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Uh, Ulitin ko lang po yung mga session topics natin for next week. Next week, our topic will be spiritual health and overview on distance learning education. For the third week, we have the common online platforms and common online platforms. And last will be the uh, special topics on gender and nutrition. So those are the different topics and sessions that we will be conducting every Tuesdays and Thursdays. E-certificates, yes, we will be giving you electronic certificates to all our participants after accomplishing the post-evaluation form that is to be given to you after the seminar. I guess we will be giving them post-evaluation after this afternoon for the two speakers. Okay. Okay. So there will be a post-evaluation for our first two speakers for today. We will be giving you the link after the presentation of Dr. Mamaat. Okay. So, may mga announcements pa ba tayo? Again, if you wish to come to our office, we encourage you po to make an appointment. Call first the office. Dahil po hindi po lahat ng staff, especially if technical unit po yung kailangan ninyo, not all our technical staff are on duty. Yung iba po, naka-work from home po yung iba. So kung kailangan talaga ninyong pumunta sa office, kindly call us first para ma-arrange po natin yung schedules po ninyo bago kayo pumunta sa office. And we advise you to observe the DOH guidelines in the prevention of COVID-19 transmission. Kindly wear face masks. We are not allowing you to come inside the office if you don't have any face masks. And also, please wear sleepers. Bring extra sleepers. Ayun po, na gagamitin nyo po dito sa loob ng opisina. Pero kung wala po kayong madala, meron naman po kaming extra sleepers na pwedeng maipahiram po sa inyo. Okay? Sir Dems?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess Sir Dems is already on board. Sir Danny? Okay. So I guess we are all set and ready. So ladies and gentlemen, before we let our second speaker for this day, allow us first to introduce him with this particular audiovisual presentation. Technical? Let's all watch this.
Our guest speaker today is a true blue achiever. He finished his BS in Psychology in 1995 as cum laude, MS Psychology in 2001 as cum laude, MA SPED in 2006 as cum laude, and PhD in Educational Management in 2012 as magna cum laude. He finished all these degrees at the St. Louis University. He has been with the academe for almost 25 years now. He started teaching at the University of Baguio in 1995 and served as an assistant professor for 14 years, which incidentally is his longest stint with any institution. On a personal note, being back here today gives him the fondest memories of being an educator because it was in UB where he felt the warmth of a family. He became an associate professor at the UC Graduate School from 2006 to 2018. In between, he was a visiting professor and part time teacher at St. Louis University and San Pablo Seminary. At present, he works as a freelance motivational speaker. Since 2017, he has a total of countless seminars, trainings, and workshops tucked under his belt, and with this has earned himself a mark as a highly sought after speaker. Word has it that the trademarks of his talks are very much the same as those of his being an educator: dynamic, empowering, and motivating, believing in letting work and personal.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let us all. Okay,
Okay,
ladies and
ladies and
gentlemen, let us
gentlemen, let us
all
all
give a
give
warm
a
welcome
warm
to
welcome to
our
our
speaker,
speaker,
Dr.
Dr.
Rolando
Rolando
M.
M.
Mamaat.
Mamaat.
Hi, everyone.
Hello,
Hello,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so this is.
Sorry, sir,
Sorry, sir,
naka-mute
naka-mute
Hi,
po
sir.
sila.
No problem. Hi, everyone. Uh, Good afternoon to everyone. I don't know where you all are from, pero it would be good for me to first inform you that this is going to be where you can see me, and this is where I am going to see you. Okay, so yan naman. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, yeah. So over there, I can see you here. So, because I want to really see your reactions, I would like to see uh, what do you call this, yung connection nyo ba? Ayoko naman yung laging slides lang nakikita ninyo. So, I can see you, para kung si Big Brother. Yan. So, I can see all people from their homes. Yan, very well. And of course, I also see you on my left sa ating Facebook. I'm still also monitoring. It would be good for us to always inform if you can hear me, because in my previous Zoom webinars, there was a problem with the sound. So I don't know, it would be good for you to please try your very best to message people in the group chat if I'm going or you're hearing me very very well. Okay. Uh, Thumbs up lang nga po tayo. I'm looking at those people. Of course, it would be good sana yung mga ibang naka-off. Kahit hindi kayo naligo, okay lang. Ay, naiintindihan ko po yun. Kung naka-off yung camera ninyo at hindi kayo naligo, okay lang po yun. So, can you please, ayan, thumbs up please if you can hear me very clearly. Hello, Sister Fidelista. O, basta meron ko ni Madre. Gustong-gusto ko yan. Dahil nakaka-inspire pag may mga madre. Ayan. Just like to connect with some people, no? Ayan. Sir Joymar. Okay. Oh, Ma'am Dulce. It's here. She's here. She's my classmate in PhD. Hi, Ma'am Dulce. Dr. Dulce is here. Yan. Okay. The rest for Sister Detran. I think he was my student. Sister Detran. Yan, tama. Yun, pumayat ka in fairness, very good. Oh, you look more healthy. Yung iba naka-off, siguro, hindi pa na, it's a bad hair day. It's okay. It's okay. So whatever is very important, no, for you. So, it's going to be very engaging, no? So I'm going to always be monitoring you here. So as I flash certain slides, I would be discussing, no? So tatlo ang tipitin ninyo. Ito ang aking mahiwagang LCD. Napakalit na LCD, pero at least something that I can use during online webinars that I'm having right now. And of course, you can see me. No, it's a very important thing that Yeah, may bumabati na. Hello, Dr. Hello, Kevin. I can see you messaging, no? And of course, I'll be sharing some slides using my tablet. Yan. Okay. So, let's start the ball rolling, no? So, syempre, ewan ko ba, lagi akong pinupunta nila Sir Rog, Dr. Rog sa afternoon session. I don't know why, but it's going to be, I think, for the purpose of it's the afternoon session, kailangan magising ang katawang lupa. And para magising ang katawang lupa ninyo, sabi nila, when you're giving a talk, it's very important that you start with very, very strong na question or something that will tickle their mind. So let me now ask you, no, first, let's see, no, is this the end of time? Kung nakita niyo ba yung slide na yan? Kung di niyo makita clearly, don't worry, I'm gonna share the content on your screen. So, tatlo-tatlong ating mga, dapat octopus ka pag ikaw ay nag-zoom. Yan. So, ito ba ay mga senyales na katapusan na ang mundo? No? Can I see some reactions on the gallery, no? Sa mga people. Sa tingin nyo ba talagang ito ba'y patapos na ang ating mundo? Magugulo na ba ang mundo? Thumbs up nga pag oo, thumbs down pag hindi. Ganyan pag hindi ka sure. Sige nga. Let me see. Hindi sure si Ma'am Melina. Ayan. Okay, the rest, let me see. Sister Fidelisa, what do you think? Is this the signs of the times? Thumbs up, sister, if it's the end of the world naman? Or thumbs down, hindi pa? Or thumbs sideways if you're not sure? Sister Fidelisa, what do you think? Thumbs up? Sister? Si Ma'am Gloria ang sumagot daw. Pumlak, sister, no? But I think if I were to ask you, no, I think I was chatting with a person, with a good friend of mine, my cousin, no, the Dr. Francis Mina, and sabi ko, is this the end of times na kaya? Is it going to be the end of the world? Sabi ko. So sabi niya, it's going to be when, sabi niya, so I just share this slide, no? Let me share this slide. Okay. Yan. Sabi ng pinsan ko, si Dr. Wilfredo Francis Mina, sabi niya, the sign of the end of time, sabi niya, is if the elements of nature come together to cause destruction. Ayan. So sabi ko, what do you mean? Sabi niya, so if we try to look at it, you're in our screen, I'm going to use my pencil here. So you can now see that fire is going to be causing some problems around the world. Earth, water, air, and metal, these are the elements, the 5 elements. And if you try to think about it, no, if you look at that in that particular 5 elements are coming into play already. Ano kaya yung mga 5 elements na yan na talagang it's going to be taking action, no? If you try to think about it, no? Let's go back to that, no? So, sabi ng aking pinsan, it's the 5 elements. So, let us recall, ano nga ba yung mga nangyari noong mga nakaraang buwan that may really be an indication that is the sign of the times, no? It's the end of the time. It's the end of the times. So, una, no? Towards the end of 2019, no? Towards the end of 2019, let me see, let me share content, hold on. Towards the end of 2019, if you recall, a lot of earthquakes, no? Okay, let me just go there. Is it sharing? Share content. Share content. Okay, isa ang gusto ata nito. Okay. Hold on. Done. Okay, do you see it? Yan. So first, earthquakes. Towards the end of of 2019, we have had so much earthquakes, no? And you can now see talagang from Mindanao to Angeles, even in Clark, the airport was damaged. If you recall that, that was last year. Then, just January, you remember, no? Umatitude ang Taal volcano. And it's going to be that of the element of fire. And again, I failed to put it here, even the Australian bushfires, no? Yung mga fires doon sa Australia. Of course, just going back to the slide initially, the earthquakes, this will represent the element of earth. Then we talk about metal, no? Even in Iran and the USA missile attack, if you remember yung gulo between Iran and Iraq, no? It was this particular event that really caused havoc, no? In this part of the world, no? And some people say, nako, World War III na ata. Then comes the element of water. Ay, iniisip ko, ano kaya element of this particular pandemic on COVID-19 may represent water because it is transmitted through droplet infection, no? Just to give everybody the idea, SARS-CoV-2 is the virus that causes COVID-19. So COVID-19 is going to be the disease. No? COVID is a coronavirus disease. And 80% of its genome, yung kanyang built up, came from SARS-1, no? Which I think is 2003. In 2003 siya. Then, element of air. Oh, it may sound, nako, sorry sa mga kapamilya, this is not to spite your followership, no? Pero, if you think about it, ano yung air? Bilang naalala, itong ating ABS-CBN, di ba? They went off the air. And of course, ano ba naman, hindi naman nature yan eh. But I think just to put historical events in a very tricky way, no? You can see na, yan nga, the ABS-CBN and media giant went off the air. A lot of people, no? You can see in Facebook, you can see in so many places that na lulungkot sila, na apektuhan sila masyado, and so on, no? And of course, ako, sige, para fair, we forgot somebody, di ba? Parang naungusan to. A lot of people were posting early on about Kobe Bryant, no? When I'm not a basketball fan. Nung nag-switch na ako sa Facebook, I remember ang daming, isa kong friend, RIP to Kobe Bryant, you will surely be missed, and you have such life. Ay, namatay yung, sino to, uncle niya siguro sa States, maganon ako. Parang, hindi ko sure kung sino siya, no? Then another person posted, sino ba tong Kobe Bryant na to? Sabi ko, I don't really know who he was, no? Hindi mo ko basketball fan. Kasi yun, I learned that he was a very famous basketball player. He came to the Philippines, and ito na nga, namatay siya. No? And ito, last na lang sa air, no? Yung ating flying saucers. I sent this to some of my friends, no? Sa Dr. Junair, sila Dr. Wilfred. No? I sent this to them, no? My friends in PhD. Sabi kasi, diba, January, February, March, dire-diretso yung ating pangyayari dito sa mundo. So sabi ng isang nag-post na minsan nga, I'm sure by April, all will be good and back to normal. Tapos, April, naman, if you can see the disc shape, the UFO, alien invasion na naman at ang mangyayari sa April. And this was supposed to be such a joke lang sa group chat namin. But, if you try to look at it, Pentagon, the US now acknowledged already the existence of unaccounted aerial objects. Ayan na, noong April 28 or even earlier on, they've already released 3 videos of your so-called UFOs. Ayan. So, if I were to ask you right now, kung talaga bang mamamatay na ba tayo, are we going to really, this is the end of times, nako, hindi ko tinatakot. I'm not trying to scare you, but just to wake you up, no? So just wake you up that indeed, today, no, you have so many signs already, no? But my talk is about having that stability, no? The mind, the body, and the soul stability for us to meet events as they move, as they come. Nakakatakot, nakakabagabag, It makes you worry, makes you become so doubtful about the event, no? But the good thing there is we as the Homo sapiens, the thinking man, no, we're highly adaptive, and I believe we can survive. Kaya nga, this is a talk which is very important to all of us all, no? So if you talk about this, no, your so-called balance, no, we talk about what we have at this moment, that even our own bodies, no, even our own bodies have these five elements. As you can see here, no, the five elements is very much part of our body. Kaya nga, so if you try to think about it, the events that's happening right now technically may have a factor also and affects us because our bodies are composed of the same virus, no? Sorry, of the same elements rather. So if you try to look at it, no, this is now at the center. You can now see the the virus that's causing this COVID-19. So if you try to look at it, disease, according to certain people, those people who know yoga and those people who know pranic healing, they say that a disease will come up, no, kakasakit, the moment that these elements in our body, no, are imbalanced. And if I were to ask you to go over this particular slide, no, if we can see it, pag may imbalance ang element na water, o di para akong manghuhula dito, water element, it's going to be there an excess of mucose. You see that? Mucose. No? If there's an imbalance in the earth element over here, earth element, you can now see that there's going to be general weakness. If there's going to be a balance, an imbalance in the element of fire, you'll have fever, sweating, no? Those particular, and coldness, no? Chills. Imbalance in the air, no? Yung air element. You have there what you call as yung blood pressure problems, dry cough, lung disorders, imbalance of space element, no? The air. There's going to be problems on uh, throat problems, no? And if you try to go back to what I said earlier on about the five elements as the main reason for, or the main sign that the earth is, or the we will cease to exist, no, end of time, even our bodies pala have this element. Kaya nga, at this point, if you try fire element, water element, etc., the moment that you see people having an imbalance, no, then they're succumb to that illness. Now, bakit kaya, if you try to think about it, a lot of the frontliners, initially, mga doctors and nurses who were trying to take care of people who were sick, technically, sila yung natatamaan and most of them even died. Why? Because in the onset of the disease, a lot of them are confused. They don't know yet what's causing it. They don't know how to treat it, etc. No? And it's going to be the basis that you're imbalanced. No? You're not sure. Di ka sure sa mga nangyayari. You're not really particularly aware of what you're fighting. No? Because it's an invisible, technically invisible to the naked eye, ang ating kalaban, then you succumb to this particular disease, COVID. No? Kaya nga, my talk is going to be on mind, body, soul, stability. No? Medyo maarte itong LCD, dapat siya lang dapat. So, nandiyan ako, mawawala siya, tapos siya naman. Ganon. Okay. So, let's start off first with the mind. Yan, importante. Let's talk about what the mind is all about. No? So, the mind, we start off the mind. Bakit mind? Kasi, I believe, no, parang pageant, I believe that everything that happens, everything that we see, everything that all is going to be a part of the world that as it is technically going to be a product of our mind. No? There are so many conspiracy theories about how the mind is or what the mind is. Is the COVID virus laboratorially made? Ginawa ba yan? It's an artificial man-made virus, and so on and so forth. Kaya nga, very important that when you talk about the mind, you have to be very, very careful with how you use your mind. Ayan. So let me share this particular um, topic. I was trying to I viewed the speaker prior to my talk, no, and he gave very good advice, and he touched on something. But before I touch on that thing that he mentioned, a lot of us were simply focused on the number of deaths, no. So lahat tayo manonood ng balita, manonood ng TV, manonood ng magkikinig sa radyo, and day in and day out we're fed with so much uh, information, no? Ang dami sabi, okay, this is the latest, no? 3 million. And in the United States, you're projecting close to a quarter of a million people dying, etc. And you can see people intubated, some people bubutasan yung throat nila para makahinga. And you can see many caskets in Italy, no, of people who passed away the disease. Now you feed your mind with those types of information. What happens? Your mind gets so overwhelmed. No, I think the reason why I think I am invited to speak time and again because I'm authentic. I am not saying that I don't get scared, I don't get doubtful, I don't worry about the future. Of course I do, kasi tao lang naman po ako, no? But I will have to tell you that when I do watch this news, I just try to bless those people. I just send good vibrations to those people who passed away due to this virus. But at one point, I try to look into the recoveries. Mas gusto kong i-focus yung recoveries ng mga tao. No? So when you talk about recoveries of people, you can now see, I don't know what hospital was that, meron silang Code Joy. No? And Code Joy is when they're going to not release, hindi nila release, panang preso naman. They're going to discharge a patient, no? And everybody is going to be very happy, mga doctors, mga nurses, and they're clapping, they're dancing. You can see it's a triumphant day for all of them, no? Kaya nga, initially, dito sa Philippines, it's also very true, no? When there's already a local transmission in the Philippines, napansin nyo na yung death masyadong marami mas maraming death rather than recovery, no? I would assume that ganun yung trend because so sad for the rest who passed on, who passed away, they were practically not yet sure or they were not yet guided, no? The doctors are not yet guided as to how to treat this disease. But as we try to look into these figures right now, dumadaming recoveries kasi gumagaling na ang mga doktor natin, gumagaling ating mga nurses, mga medical frontliners in terms of curing the disease. Kaya nga, I'm just so hopeful that in the coming days, we have initial reports already of the flattening of the curve, pero wag tayong kampante. These are signs that our efforts, our true efforts, our sacrifices, na it's going to really do some great benefit. Yan. So that's very important. Kaya nga, your mind is very powerful, no? A lot of times when you hear people on TV, no, yung guy na walang makain at nagkukudkod ng nyog at yun nilang kakainin niya, etc. If you caught what he was saying, no? He was saying na kawawa naman ako, ibang tao, ang sarap ng tulugan, etc. It was self-pity. I'm not saying that he's totally bad or wag natin siyang ano. He is simply expressing his experience and he's allowed to do that. Though at one point he's operating on that, no? He at one point attracted positive response from people, no? I think most people came to the rescue, but it was out of pity, no? Awa, no? Awa is a little bit more of a negative, weaker vibration. No? Pag tumulong ka dahil sa awa, it still helps, but it's actually a lower, weaker vibration. Then what is a better way to help? Compassion. A lot of those people who help may have compassion. And you think, you see that guy, no, kung nakita niyo sa news, he had so much, no, marami tumulong sa kanya. But the good thing that he did, he shared it to people, his neighbors na wala. And that's compassion. See? He transformed the pity of people into something more, no? Compassion. Na pati ibang mga kapitbahay niya na walang-wala was able to share his blessings. And that's compassion. Roughly translated compassion, no? It's Latin, no? Latin ba yung French or Italian? Compassion. You have the passion suffering together, no? And when you suffer together, the load gets light. Now, what are other very, very nakakababa ng loob na mga emotions? Yan, fear, doubt, no? And even worry, yan, magkakapatid yan, no? They are going to have their sisters, no? It's like a three-headed dragon. So yung fear, no? Takot. Again, I'm not saying that I am fearless. Wala akong takot. I do have some fears, no? In fact, when our barangay, no, where my mother is, no, when our barangay got locked down, no, I got scared because my mother lived in our family home with my sister-in-law and my nephews. When that happened, I got scared, no, takot ako because if they're going to get locked down, then they may not be able to go out and they don't have any food. What about the medicines of my mother, etc. So when I heard about the news of the lockdown, I did not get paralyzed and did nothing. No? Ang ginawa ko, I had to really think very fast. So the moment I heard about the lockdown kasi meron nag-COVID positive doon sa yung street sweeper dito sa Baguio. And she was an employee of our barangay in South Barrio. What did I do? I really had to be very, very careful about that. No? So, okay, what's going to happen? So I went to the grocery. I went to buy food for my mom. I went to the fruit station. I bought her fruits and I bought her vitamins and drove to our house. Was using fear as a sign, as a stimulus for me to work, to do an action. But if you use fear, na kunyari, wala nang magagawa, ang dami na namamatay, and you just simply don't do anything about it, then that's the time that fear overcomes you. Fear weakens the immune system. I will explain that later in the body. No? Fear weakens the immune system. No? Kaya nga, when you say you fear something, do something about it. Natatakot ka something, okay, you do something about it. You doubt that our doctors are doing the right thing in curing this disease, do something about it. Worry. No? Alala ka, paano kung nag-COVID ako, tapos grumabing sitwasyon ko, and then I was able to see my family already for diretsong cremation agad. No? That's going to be something that's very, very much of a worry for most people. Kaya nga, if you start to worry, here's a very good diagram for you. No? So, let's talk about this part here, all right? Okay, parang kung yung basketball coach ako. Kunyari lang, di ako basketball coach. But let's say that I'm a basketball coach. So here, okay? You have a problem in life. If I ask you, do you have a problem in life? Ang sagot mo, wala. Wala kang problema sa buhay. So you go to that area, go here. Then, bakit ka nag-worry kung wala kang problema? Ibang tao kasi nakakaloka din eh. Di ba? Sometimes they don't have any problem that makes them uneasy. Dapat gumagawa sila ng problema para parang feeling alive sila. Then, you have here, no? You have a problem, your answer is yes. You go down. Can you do something about it? May magagawa ka ba? Wala. Bakit ka mag-worry? Wala kang magagawa, di ba? Di ba? It makes sense. Do you have a problem in life? Meron. May magagawa ka? Meron. Then why worry? So if you try to think about it, this is a very powerful flowchart on why is it very, very difficult to worry, why it drains you of your energy. No? So kaya yung song na Don't Worry, Be Happy, that's very good. Yun ang pinapakinggan ko sometimes pag kunyari, na-overwhelmed na ako sa mga bali-balita, sa pangyayari sa mundo. I just simply play it. No? I do some dance moves, yan. And that's going to be very, very good for me to do already. Kaya nga, at this point, when you talk about the mind is what you feed it, no? It's how you feed what you feed the mind. That's most important. Kaya nga, we're talking about stability, no? So, sabi sa akin, okay, I want that you start to come up with, no, a very important way to really train your mind and to select what you expose yourself to. Okay? So, that said, be selective. No? When you're going to be selective, it means you try to watch only things that you need to watch, like television programs or news programs that you need to watch. No? Huwag mo nang talagang tutukan yung ano yan, COVID serye na talagang dire-diretso hanggang umaga hanggang pagtulog mo COVID na lang binabantayan mo. Be very selective. Try to get what you need to know. Be critical. Hindi lahat ng mga nakikita mo at nababasa mo totoo. No? When they said that Clorox, yung Clorox are very, very important. Maganda yan panglinis, pang cure ng COVID. Then, people are not critical, will just follow that. No, I would not like to mention name names, no, but top officials abroad would be having this line of thought, no. I'm not saying that it's totally untrue or whatever, but you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that you try to follow that particular advice of getting disinfectants could really be really be lethal, no. And train your mind to be stable. No, when you say stable is what happens when something happens. You have to see this as passing scene. Yung mga nangyayari sa buhay is just passing scene. It just simply is that you're there in the moment, no? But you don't have to really dwell on it. No? Parang sabi nila, ang problema, huwag mong tambayan, daanan mo lang. And that's how it's passing scenes lang yan. And this is how you should do mind stability during the pandemic, no? 2 months in na tayo, no? A week from now, we're going to be graduating as Bachelor of Science in Enhanced Community Quarantine, major in social distancing. Ayan, meron tayong magandang ating degree. Yan. Bachelor of Science in Enhanced Community Quarantine. Yan. Now, going back to the slide. So you see, mind shift. The moment you say, okay, I'm stuck at home, catch your thought, catch what you're feeding your mind. I'm stuck at home. No, you're safe at home. No, in my home and spend time with the family. Maganda yung pinili nila kanina during lunchtime, yung sa Taiwan, that nobody got infected. It's a very good light to, it's a very good movie to see, no, that in fact, when they did social distancing, really, the spread of the virus was very, very low, no, in that area in Taiwan. Kunyari, feeling mo lalagnatin ka, kunyari inuubo ka na, then you say, I'm going to get sick. Magkakasakit ako, no? You're going to say, I'm going to get sick dito. I'm going to get sick. But technically, when you go to say, I will get sick, yes, the possibility that you might get sick, it's there, a possibility, no? In fact, when we go to GCQ next week, the possibility that we get infected would be there. No, it's a reality. But make sure that before GCQ comes, you fortify your body and you increase or you try to support your body by enhancing or trying to increase and guard yourself from sleeping late, eating badly. Try to really fortify your immune system. So yeah, dapat ito, isolate yourself, no? I will isolate. Pagtabas ng GCQ, it's not a time to make mingle. I will isolate, no? And by then, you're able to decrease the chances of your infection. Ito, I will run out of items in pag mag-isolation, no? One thing that I've learned during this pandemic is always stock up on food. Di mo lang masabi, mag-GCQ tayo, just to be proactive about it. Stock up on food and stock up on the basic things. Mga beans, mga pasta, rice, mag-stock up na. Huwag nang kayo mag-antay ng ayuda dito sa Baguio. I'm not so sure, pero we are still not having that much of an ayuda in our place here. No? So don't rely on sa other people. Try to become self-sufficient at times, whenever you can. Kung wala ka namang pera, magtanim. So that's what I'm planning, magtanim, para at least you are able to be stable in the new normal. No? Wala mang ayuda, at least meron kang hardin ng mga prutas at mga vegetables. So yan. Everything's shutting down, no? And everyone is panicking. Yesterday, I've been to the grocery, I've been to the market, no? Uh, Slowly, we're getting to the crowded feeling again. Bagyo, dumadami ulit ng tao. They're getting to go out. And it's good. Technically, that's good because very important that we go back to the usual way that we live with certain differences right now, no? Social distancing and what have you, and wear the mask and so on. And the most important, there's too much uncertainty right now. That makes it now the most stressful thing. When things are not clear, when things are unstable, you tend to be stressed. But what you can do, there are things that you can control and there are things that you can't control. Kaya nga, let me turn you to this slide, no? So if you talk about I cannot control, no, so I let go of this thing, no. So example, on the outer circle, outer part over here, no, if you can see, no, oh, sorry, the spotlight here. You can see here, no, if others follow the rules of social distancing, I cannot control that. Sometimes ibang tao talaga ang lapit, no? Parang feeling ko, hindi yun 1 meter eh. Parang lapit, no? One post said, if I turn around and I can punch you, you're too near. Yun, sabi. So, wag i-follow yun. Pero yun yung batayan eh. Pag masyado kang malapit, pag tumalikod ako, at sumuntok ako, at nasuntok kita, masyado kang malapit. So, yun. The actions of others, I cannot control the actions of others. Ibang tao, sometimes you go to stores, they put down their face mask and they keep on talking. Some of them, they have face mask on pero nag-yosi. Mga ganun. I cannot control that. That's their deal. No? Predicting what will happen. No? Many predictions. We will say it will end on January 2021. Some will say September when the vaccine comes out, it's okay already. Others say it's going to be ending May 29, and so on. No, but you can, who knows the future? No, people's lives. No, I cannot control what happens to other people's motives and people's lives. Over there, the amount of toilet paper at the store. Now, alcohol. Dito sa Philippines, I noticed hindi masyadong problema ang tissue paper. Marami dyan kasi we're used to the other means of, after we go to the toilet. But technically, it's not a problem in the Philippines. No? Ang shortage natin is on vitamin C and on alcohol. I hope before we go GCQ, stores will stock up on this. No? And how long this will last, we don't know. Hindi natin makontrol yan. But if you go to the inner circle, this is what I can control. No, I control what I feed my mind. I can control whether to switch on the TV and switch off the TV. No, hindi ko alam kung ano ang latest ratings ng ABS-CBN versus GMA ngayon. No, hindi ko alam kung may mga ratings pa ba at this time. No, that's only a slight joke. No, but it's bad. Pero I know they're gonna be back, so I'm not so sad about it. No. They're too great a network, to just simply be switched off or shut down. No? So, for those who felt sad about that, dami sa Facebook talagang nagdalamhati rin sila. Positive thoughts, no? They'll be back. I'm very sure. Very sure. Okay? Finding fun things to do at home. Right now, you can do so many things. You clean your room. So, ang hinahanap mo na, ang tagal-tagal mo hinahanap mo na. Or magluto, no? Ilang putahe na ng sardinas ang nag-invento mo, no? From spaghetti na sardinas, tortang sardinas, siguro meron ka pang empanadang sardinas. Ang dami, so many ways. Diba? It's so fun. And so many on. I can also practice social distancing by myself, limiting my social media, no? Try to unfollow. No, for me, I unfollow people na talagang post ng mga hindi naman talaga sa post, yung mga they keep on ranting, etc. For me, yung masyadong ma-complain, masyadong maraming atungal sa Facebook, sometimes I really have to unfollow them. No, unfriend, I rarely unfriend. No, so what have we learned about this particular part? No, just to recap, if you talk about your mind, no, it's how you feed your mind, what you feed your mind. Kaya nga, when you talk about the mind, positive thoughts are really what will make us feel light, and it increases our immune system. Lumalakas ang ating immune system. Negative thoughts will more or less make us feel heavy and sad, very 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 low, no? Kaya nga, just to recap, no, stabilizing the mind in the new normal, perception is key. You have to be very careful with what you expose yourself to, what you see, what you hear. Be very, very careful, no? So to maintain stability, listen to the news, watch the news, uh, but more often than not, very important, you really have to be critical and stable when you see the news. All right. So that's going to be how it is. So that's first for your so-called um, stabilization. For this time, activity po tayo. So we're going to have the first activity on your mindfulness. Yan. So mindfulness is very important. I've talked about it so many times in my talk. And mindfulness is it's the best way to do mindfulness is when you wake up in the morning. So pagising sa umaga, no, hindi sermon ng almusal, the moment you wake up in the morning, try your very best, try your very best. Si Ma'am Carmencita, gising pa ba siya or naborlog na siya? Okay. So, there. Ay, nakatulog na ata si Ma'am. Anyway, una na siyang gisingin. So, at that point, if you talk about your mindfulness, it's very important that what you set out to the universe is very, very important. Like, for example, no, everybody, no, if you can see the screen, no, kikita po yung screen. So, the moment you wake up in the morning, no, you put your hand on your heart like this. Everybody, I'm checking if you're doing it. No, everybody, yeah. So dito po, wala, nakatulog na talaga si Ma'am Carmen. Okay, dito, and you put the other one here. All right. Then you can see this one here on the screen. That's there. Can you read it? In every way and every day, I am healthier and happier. Yes. Nga. Yan. Sige nga. Can you, maybe you can just unmute your phones for a while. Yan. Sabay-sabay po natin. Try to do that mindfulness. This is called affirmation. No? So, lahat po tayo. Okay. Yan. I can see. Ayan. So, I can see you guys. Yan. Parang flag ceremony lang. Okay. So, let's read. All right. Go. In every way
and every day, I am healthier
and happier.
Yes.
Yes. Kasi dapat may yes. Kasi pag kunyari ganyan, tapos you don't actually believe it, wala yan. So when you wake up in the morning, before you get your cell phone whatsoever, you do your affirmation. This could be just an example. Pero you put on your heart and you're going to say, sana gumaling anak ng mga tao nasa ospital dahil sa mga sakit. If you try to do that only, that's a very good intention already. Or you can say, I want my day to be free of hassles. I'm going out to buy food for the family. Ako po ang alay ng pamilya, di ba? Mga the member who goes out of the bahay is called the alay. And you're going to say, I am healthy and I will be fine when I go to the market. Yeah. So, why do you have to put it on your heart? Bakit sa heart? Bakit hindi sa ilong? Bakit hindi sa tenga? Sa heart, because your heart it's actually a very powerful organ, no, part of our body, that it is electromagnetic in nature. No? The moment you feel something, you react. Your heart reacts. No? It beats in a certain thing, in a certain way. So it's something that has some vibration. So the moment you put your heart into it and you think a positive thought, mas malakas ang kanyang pagiging, it can be very, very be possible that it really will happen, no? Kasi nga, you have that powerful thought and that vibration in your heart. Ganun. Yun. Okay? So, yun yung first acting example on mindfulness. Let's go to body, no? Kasi we have open forum pa later. Let's talk about the body, no? So, when you talk about the body, something very important, no? The body, sabi na nila, is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And very, very true, when you talk about the temple of the Holy Spirit, a lot of times, we ourselves, master life. Sometimes pag tayo'y healthy, hindi tayo masyadong nag-iingat. Pero pag may sakit na tayo, doon tayo nagkakaroon ng problema. So very importantly, you should really know how to take care of your bodies. No, let me just give you an excerpt on how to do taking care of your body. All right. So here you go. No? So if you talk about your body, no, there's a mind-body connection. No, may connection ang katawan at ating pag-iisip. So very important. Intindihin nyo, you have to really, whether you accept it or not, true enough, body and soul, you can see that body and soul connection. So, initially, I told you fear is going to weaken the immune system. Bakit? The moment you feel negative emotions, according to studies, your body gets more acidic. Kaya may ibang tao, pag nasa-stress sila, kung nangangasimon tiyan nila, their stomach increases the production of acid. So if you take a look at this particular graph, no, very important na be careful that when you are too acidic, no, nandito ka. Yung masyado kang makape, masyado kang ma-soft drinks. Stress is your food, no? Talagang pag walang stress, gumagawa ka ng stress. Kaya na work from home ka, you need that energy, you need that activity. Kaya sometimes yung mga anak mo, nasi-stress din na kasama ka, di ba? Sometimes even negative emotions. That's sometimes all of the time, emotions, negative emotions can cause you to have what you call as acidity in the body. Anong sinyas acidic ka? Yung mga doorknobs mo, yung mga jewelry mo na hindi naman masyadong kamahalan, sometimes nagtatarnish siya. Yung sweat ng the body mo, it mixes with your jewelry. Sometimes nag-discolor, nagtatarnish siya. That's to be one time. Now, the more alkaline your body is, the better. So ito yon, no? Sabi doon sa mga eksperto, your body should have 6.8 to 7.2. So nasa dito siya sa gitna. 6.8 to 7.2 para at least healthy ang katawan. Not too acidic but not too alkaline also. Yung balance lang talaga. So that's very important. Now, so if you talk about that, no, okay, ang ating body is going to be very, very powerful, no? Kasi tingnan mo, let's just focus on this. Negative emotions over here, negative emotions, no? Negative emotions create nervous system chaos, no? You can boost your immune system by focusing on positive emotions. Kaya nga, be very careful also, no? When you talk about your, hold on, let me just clear this. Yeah. When you talk about your right type of food, I always like to talk about the banana, no? Kanina yung discussion ni Sir Jeffrey ba yun? He talked about depression. If you don't like to drink any medication, no, and you like to go healthy, no, maganda ang banana to really fight off depression. But consult your doctor, syempre. A good diet also has benefits on the health. If you try to go over here, dito, let me just use the highlighter. It has tryptophan, no? Ang banana has tryptophan, which is basically very good for us, no? Because when the banana is ingested, the tryptophan in the banana magiging serotonin, which is very good for maintaining that particular happy feeling, no? The serotonin kasi is mas mataas. So, huwag kaligtaan kumain ng banana because banana is a very good fruit, no? And of course, just to wrap up, How to maintain stability during the new normal? First, eat right. No? Fruits and vegetables is very, very important. Bakit fruits and vegetables? Because it's very good to maintain a not so acidic acidic body. Sleep well, matulog ng tama. Huwag mo nang talagang kwan. Ako guilty ako dyan. Ako, yung crash landing on you, nako, it's my first K-drama actually. Di ko pinapanood kasi ayoko magbasa ng subtitles. But when I got hooked up with Commander Ree, saka si Terry, no? Terry's choices, no? Terry choice. Yan. Nakwan na ako. I was hooked up on that already. So, ayan, may time na parang nag-running nose ako. Sabi ko, ala, ano ito? Because bumaba ang aking immune system, no? I had to really cope up with good eating, good exercise, and I went back to my usual sleep routine. Yan. Enjoy exercising. No? I please enjoy. Kasi some people say mag-exercise ka. Some people, they exercise, pero parang they abhor it. You have to enjoy exercise. Find the exercise that you want. For us, Zumba is going to be the most exciting for us. No? And hydrate yourself. Lalo ngayon, we're going to have very high temperatures. Hydrate yourself. Very good to hydrate yourself from time to time. Okay. So that said, hydrate mo na rin ako. Let's all drink to that. 1 minute. Yeah. So, that's how it is to come up with a body. Kaya nga, if I were to tell you what could be the new normal, ano yung mga new normal na you expect to happen during this time of COVID, no? When we're going back to GCQ, what are the things that we need to know already and accept to be the protocol? So, ano ang mga mangyayari ngayon when you get out of this particular ECQ, no? And go to GCQ, protocol, ito na. Pag lumabas ng bahay, we have our changes in the routine already. Have just one shoes to go out. Ako ginagamit ko isang sapatos lang when I go out to the market, whatsoever. And the shoe stays outside. And we have slippers sa labas. Then, spray alcohol on top of the bottom of the shoes. Ako, I place a diluted solution. Later, I give you the proportion of Clorox and water. Ayan. So, I dilute it with water, yung Clorox, no, bleach, and I spray it before I enter my car. Before I enter my car, malengke ako, nag-grocery ako, I spray it on the soles of my the shoes, no, and then I enter my car. Para at least talagang wala akong iuwing virus or anything that is going to cause illness. Then you also have there, also do clothes, cell phone, keys, etc. So you have very, very best to do sanitizing. Yung bleach on water, be careful lang. Don't leave it too long because it can magra-rust yung mga metal surfaces. Be very careful with that. Try to spray it after 10 minutes, wipe it off. No? Throw away receipt. Ako importante, I don't throw it yet. What I do is I just place it on a place where I won't touch it. Sabi nila, in 72 hours, anything that is there, namang virus whatsoever, the SARS-CoV virus particularly, would be dead by 72 hours. So I just place it on one place. By then, if I need to take note of the receipt. What I do, I picture it, pipicturean ko, tatapong ko na. Then I just send it to my file so that I can have a backup copy, no? Yan, mga ganyang mga tips. Go to where you can find, take off your clothes, no? Put into the washer. Yan, ito na delikado nga lang, ilan na iba sa inyo na talagang paglabas ng bahay, kalye na. Baka mahirap namang gawin yan, baglang you remove your clothes, na doon ka sa gitna ng highway. O wag naman gano'n. Try to see that you can do this. And you try to do inside out. Yung inside part ng damit mo, ilabas mo. Then, so that when you put it, touch it, hindi yung surface that was exposed when you went out. No? Don't touch or sit or on chairs or beds as much as possible. Go to the bathroom. You take shower, no? As much as possible, don't open your mouth yet until nag-shampoo ka, no? Ako talagang naka-close pa yung mouth ko habang I do shampooing, no? So once the shampooing is done already, then I can open my mouth. Ako very, very conscious ko kasi ganyan talaga ako. And I close my eyes as well, no? So mga precautions yan, what you can do, no? And now you can hug your family after doing those things. Ito po yung ating sinasabi. According to DOH, if you don't have so much alcohol, you can take bleach. No? Ang proportion po niyan is 1:100. So 1/4 cup of bleach to a gallon of water. And you can do that to spray on surfaces that is touched most often, doorknobs, floors, tinatouch ba ang floor? No. Floors, might as well baka barefoot and so on, no? And it would be the new normal, no? I think before we go on GCQ, try to invest already on these things. So when you go into have this, nakikita ko na sa mga butika itong mga plastic cover, no? You have plastic cover and that's to protect them. That's a very good thing. And for us siguro in the future, sa mga, kunyari slightly na mag-open na tayo for small gatherings or small meetings, this is a very good antiviral screen. You can see it here, no? This one, you can invest on that, no? Or even right now, yung mga goggles, no? I tried to buy one over at Lazada. It takes like till June pa darating in order. But anyway, just to protect your eyes as well. And of course, always bring hand sanitizer. This is just to protect your body, no? So, there. Kaya nga, this is something that we have to learn, no? So, the new normal tells us that, no? What is here? Protection is key. Yan. To establish ourselves, protection is key. Talagang sa ating pangalagaan ating sarili. And because we don't know who has the SARS-CoV virus, we have to be very careful by protecting ourselves. Huwag naman masyadong over-OA na you go to the market, tapos naka-PPE ka. Huwag naman ganun masyadong extent. Try your very best to really protect yourself, wash your hands as whenever you can, and think positive that you will be okay. In every day, in every way, I am getting healthier and happier. Yes, on. Okay? So, that's going to be on your body. And now let me end with the soul. Ayan, mag-end na po ako. So, at this point, this is a very important part, no? When you talk about the soul is something that is enigmatic. If you ask me where the soul is, of course, it's something very difficult to let the human eye see it, but we believe, no, it's easy to talk about here for Filipino audiences that we indeed have a soul, no? And what is the relationship of this to our discussion, no? Let me wrap up my discussion by trying to remind you that what we let into our mind, no? What we let into our mind shapes the state of our pala yun. So, kunyari, you're always having this thoughts of, mamamatay na ako, wala akong maiiwan ng anak, kawawa na may mga anak ko, then your soul becomes heavy. Your essence becomes so difficult to bear, no? But the moment that you start to decide, yes, you're living in uncertain times, but to be stable, to be okay with it, that's the beauty of it. And the moment that here, no, hindi siya nag-move, no? There, nag-move na siya. The soul always knows, no, what to do to heal itself, no? The challenge is to silence the mind. Learn to be silent, no? And I think as I try to end my talk, a lot of us, we have this mask on, no, for protection against the virus. But I think it's very, very important. I'll talk about the mask, my own churning, my own interpretation of the mask later, no? Now, what is the characteristic of a powerful soul, no? All of us, we cannot deny that we are soul, existing, being, no, in a body. We are a soul in a body. We're not a body in a soul. We are a soul existing in a body, no? And at one point, the first characteristic of a soul is, as a powerful soul, is one who is soul conscious. Yan, sabi ko, God created our skin with beautiful variety, but all our souls are of the same color, no? So it's very important that we know that. Kaya nga, bakit powerful soul pala ang soul conscious? Ang opposite ng soul conscious is a body conscious person. So pag body conscious ka, that's when your attachment comes in. Ala, pag ako mamamatay, kawawa yung mga anak ko, paano yung business ko, paano yung pera ko, yung password ko, paano ko, paano mong iniintindi. No? But if you're a soul conscious, you don't get scared of what happens to you because you know that you're being cared for by the one up above. Kaya nga, pag powerful soul ka, you are a soul and you are just a temporary resident here on earth. Lahat tayo, all of us, we're just a temporary resident on this earth. A lot of people will think kasi this is their permanent residence. No, hindi. This is not our permanent residence. So while we're still living, we make the most of this. No, one of my Facebook friends nag-comment siya sa post ko. So I'm inviting them to view the webcast, no? And said, continue to heal. No? Yeah, that's true. Continue to heal the world, sabi niya. But for me, I'm just an instrument. I'm just trying to be the instrument of the one above to help people realize that we are souls. All of us are traveling souls to our final destination. Kaya, whatever happens, if it takes very gruesome manner or a very peaceful way to go to that particular heavenly abode, let's all be stable. No? Let's all be soul conscious. At the end of it all, it's all going to be beautiful. No? And also, second sign of a soul that's powerful, no? Hello, Ma'am Romaine, nag-debate na siya. I am not in control, but I am deeply loved by the one who is. A powerful soul is one who is sure of his identity, is surrendered to the drama of life. No, you know that your life is so powerful. You know that your life is going to be a very, very immense life, blessed with so many things that you will be okay. In fact, when I was here and when I just I came from a trip, I came here kasi walang makain dito sa bahay, dito sa house. I was just okay because I was counting my blessings. Buti may sasakyan. Buti may it's easy for me to go to the groceries. It's easy for me to go to the market kasi may sasakyan. I see some people talagang dama niyang dala, mga sako, and just quite an old woman. And you can see it's very, very, uh, it's a very painful thing to see. However, when I saw that woman, I saw some determination, no? And she does that, carrying those heavy loads for the family. No? And there's beauty in suffering. Please don't misquote me. That, sige, mag-suffer tayong lahat. Go. Hindi. Beauty in suffering means that it teaches us so much resilience, so much strength in suffering. That's what I meant. And the last sign is a powerful soul is always accurate of his vision of himself. No? Abracadabra is an Aramaic phrase, which is I will create as I speak. The intention that I told you a while ago, that saying that I am, and every day, in every way, I am getting better and happier. Yes. Keep on repeating that as you will say it, as you believe it, put it in your heart, it will manifest. Because thought manifests into reality. Okay? Kaya nga, let me end my talk. I hope I thought, no? Because a lot of people were saying, oh, Doc De, mag-post ka naman sa Facebook kung ano mga pwede natin gawin, ganyan-ganyan. And I had a difficulty. Honestly, nahirapan po ako na ano nga bang ipopost ko. So, in my research, virus is a Latin word which means something poisonous slime, or is an ooze. Yan. So, itong napakalit na bagay, napakalit na virus, no, has changed our lives. No, we won't go back to the normal that we're talking about. Kaya nga new normal ang sinasabi natin. No, and a lot of us would be saying na all of us who might be working from home. My journey about working from home is working from home is very, very much the trend right now. But home is where the heart is. A lot of us find it difficult to work at home because when we go to our heart, the core of ourselves, we're faced with so much uncertainty. No? There's a person in the family that you don't talk to, and you're quarantined with that person. Sooner or later, kakausapin mo siya. Before you know it, you talk with them already, and let bygones be bygones. You learned your strength during this time. You learned your core. No? Home is where the heart is, and you're working from home. Home is where the heart is. So when you're working from the heart, you cook. Pili ko ngayon, gumaling ako magluto eh. No? It's because at that point we learn our strength. Na akala na hindi natin kaya, but we now can do it. And allow me to share you this, no, a very powerful uh, quotation from Khalil Gibran. He said, "Much of your pain is self-chosen. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility." And that's very, very important, no? Uh, right now, I like to really end my talk with my own uh, journey about this. Bakit tayo nagmamask, no? I think the world got so noisy, the world got so busy. I think this virus taught us that we'll have to really learn to shut up, to be quiet, to be silent, and witness things unfold. I know that this what we're going through is tough, but when we learn to be silent, we learn to be quiet, then we really go back appreciating the life that we were given. Thank you very much for having me for this talk. And remember always to put on your mask for protection and to silence ourselves and watch the beauty of life. Thank you very much all.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Dems,
Welcome.
for sharing your thoughts on meeting the challenges of the new normal. Okay, so do you still need time to take some rest, or can
Oh, no, no,
we
no. Go
proceed
ako. Go
with the
ako.
open forum?
I'm just checking
Okay,
on people.
okay, ma'am.
Sir Mel, sorry ha. Kasi I saw the times already like 3 o'clock
Yes po.
already. And there was supposed to be one meditation exercise.
It's okay lang po. Okay lang po.
Maybe later na
No
lang before we
problem.
end. Yes.
Yes, okay po. All right, so to our Zoom participants, do we have any questions to Dr. Dem? Maybe we start with the participants from the Ilocos Norte.
Si Ma'am Rome, the ASIS, I
Participants
will
from
send,
Ilocos.
yeah, I will send the
Yes.
slides to the group. And since Facebook friend kita, I send ko rin sa'yo.
Okay. So questions from Ilocos Norte.
Okay.
Okay, I think there are no questions from Ilocos Norte. How about participants from Ilocos Sur? Do we have any questions, clarifications? Kindly unmute your microphones and unhide your uh, cameras so that we're able to see you if you do have some questions.
Sana may question.
Ilocos Sur, participants from Ilocos Sur. Parang walang magtatanong, Sir Devs.
Anong
Participants
meeting
from
ba
La
sila?
Union. La Union, questions? Participants from La Union.
Mukhang na-heat, na-kwan sila sa heat. Ay, question lang po. Meron po doon. Si Ma'am
Question,
Rome.
yes.
Yeah.
Yan. This question is from Ma'am Romelia Assis. Her
Yes.
question, Ma'am Dems, going into the new norm, how can we deal with the resistance of parents in accepting the new norm of HEIs?
Okay.
Going into the new norm, how can we deal
Okay.
with the resistance of parents?
Okay. In any change, you will always have resistance. That's expected. That's part of management. That's part of daily living. But kada magbabago, there's resistance, no? But I believe that when you have faith in people, you treat them like your collaborators, your partners, and you get full cooperation. Ano kung ibig sabihin po nun? No? When we go back to the usual thing that we do, and there will be changes, no? Like how to they go to school, the mode of teaching, which is part of this series, no? A lot of parents would be having their own issues. Like they're going to say na, wala kaming internet, paano kami mag-online anak ko? ilang ang anak ko, ilan sila mag-share sa data, etc., etc., no? Uh, right, as a good administrator of this school, dapat you have to meet them head on, no? How can you really, what can you do to plan out how to assist these people, no? Ano yung mga problema nila, like for example, internet connection, how can you sort that out? How can you make it more feasible for most of them, no? Natatawa lang ako ha, kasi sometimes a lot of my co-faculty before, they would complain na wala daw internet connection kasi they go online na right now. Tapos wala silang internet connection. Pero makita naman yung mga anak nila, mega TikTok ng TikTok, kung ano-ano. So it's a matter of kung gusto, may paraan. Kung ayaw, may dahilan. No? Kasi a lot of us already, most of us could have cell phones already. You have to be very innovative lang. No? Siguro, hindi ako yung speaker doon. I don't like to preempt the speaker for next week. No? But there are so many sites that can really use very little data, no? But very good in terms of your discussions online. I used Edmodo. I don't know if it's still a free site, but it's a free site, edmodo.com. Yun ang ginagamit ko before. Okay po ba, ma'am? Ma'am Romy.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Dem,
Ayan si
and
Ma'am
also to
Liberty.
Dr. Rumi for the question. Okay, we have another question, Dr. Dem, from
Yes.
Ma'am Liberty. What should the soul look for at this time, so crushing to the mind and stressful to the body? What is the best, or what is best to highlight to our young learners at this time of so much challenges that we, their professors, have not actually experienced before?
Ako,
So
talaga.
that question is from Ma'am Liberty.
Ang beauty queen, ang mga tanong. That's a very, very loaded question, no? What should the mind be looking for? One word, peace. No, the religion of your soul is peace. No, the moment that things get uncertain, when things change, your inner peace gets to be. You feel that you'll get robbed off your inner peace. No, so it's very important that when you search peace, it's not always outside. No, when you learn I always tell this, no, it's not the car that you drive or the money that you have in the bank or the title that you have or the positions you have in the office that will really guarantee uh, peace. No, right now I'm be very honest with you. I am also having apektado rin ako because I have so many talks last invitations for talks this February, March, and April. Even May, lahat canceled, no? And that took a toll on my financial stability. But even if that's what's happening, I have this sense of peace within me that everything will be okay. My hashtag in my post is "Better days are coming," and I believe that. No, how do I assure my soul that better days are coming? I look into the beauty of everything. Oh, Catrione Gray yun, ha? I look into the beauty of everything. And at the same time, I always become grateful with whatever I have. Kung anong meron ako, ang laki ng pasalamat ko. No? Yung kakain ka ng expired na gardenia, di ba? Expired na, best before, pero kinakain mo pa rin. Pero hindi ka naman nalason whatsoever. Grateful ako doon. No? Kasi you cannot afford to throw things this time. Di ba? Just learn to be grateful. I'm grateful for this setup. No? I am grateful for technology. No, I have many things to assist me to still do the work that I do, and I still pray that sooner or later we go back to the usual way of meeting people. Kasi nothing beats the actual feel of being together. Yung follow-up sabi niya is what is best highlight our learner. No, I think learning can happen the moment that you have an open mind. No. At one point, if you talk about an open mind, no matter what you do, online man yan or sa classroom, to learn or not to learn is a self-decision. It's a self-directed activity. No? So, kung gusto mo talagang matuto, kahit ma-online yan or whatever format, you will learn. But pag sarado ang isip mo at maraming alibay, you have to let learners know that learning is a self activity. So that's very important. You have to tell them that learning is self activity. To learn or not to learn, that's their decision. But learn to facilitate learning. Okay? And for professors, no, ang challenges din, of course, right now, ang hirap kasi yung iba sa inyo hindi sanay sa pagbabasa ang tagal-tagal sa computer and all those stuff. I understand that. What I did before was there are activities that I do that I group them and I try to find out what could be a very good, interesting thing that they do. No, uh, stay out from TikTok na lang. Yun ang aking ko na stay out on TikTok as an output for their learning. It would be very good to be innovative in that in certain aspect. Yun. Okay, Sir Mel.
Oh, okay, thank you so much, Dr. Dems. Do you have more questions from our participants in the Zoom?
Yes,
Thank you, Dr. Dems from Mamona.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
also from Romer Cabradilla. Thank you, Doc Dems from Ma'am Romay. Thank you, Doc Dem, for sharing your wisdom on taking care of ourselves to have a powerful mind, body, and soul. That's from Ma'am Corazon Teves. Thank you, Dr. Dem from Matrina Kahalia. Who else? Okay, so I guess that's the question in our Zoom account. So let's go, Sir Dems, to our Facebook accounts and YouTube accounts. We have
Okay.
a question here. Question. Alvin, kindly post the first question.
Sorry.
Okay, this question is from Ma'am Riza Lintag. In a flexible learning environment where digital and non-digital platforms are encouraged, what would you suggest to students in the new normal situation in as far as mind, body, and soul is concerned? In a flexible learning environment where digital and non-digital platforms are encouraged, what would you suggest to students in the new normal situation in as far as mind, body, and soul is concerned? Pang beauty queen po talaga, Dr. Dems.
Oo nga, di ba? Okay. I think, and I always believe as a 24, 25 years in teaching, that the teacher is the one who creates the atmosphere, the learning environment. It's the teacher ang walang boring na subject, no? Sometimes it's the teacher which makes it boring. Kaya very dapat innovative ka, fast thinker, very creative ka. So, between the digital and non-digital, I would always want to strike the balance. I think balance dapat may time na they can have some outputs. They can have outputs that is in a realia or something that we can really submit that as an output, not always digital. No? Because expected of not, may mga taong mga bata rin, students who may have no means of an internet connection. To have equal playing field, come up with certain activities that we can submit, no? And of course, have that particular output. And also have some digital outputs as well. Ang daming mga very creative outputs already. Like for example, I watched this TV series on Netflix na what if they're going, yung assignment ng group was, what if they're going to create an app na during this particular war? Ano kaya? If gadgets and cell phones were in use that time, what app could be used, could be developed to help people during the times of war? Ang ganda ng mga activities and creativity ng mga bata could be there. It will surprise you, no? So find that ability to tap what they love to do, being online and being so resourceful. This generation, they're very good in internet. You have to look into that, no? And mind, body, and soul. I think mind, body, and soul. Hold on, medyo naglulubat tong iPad ko. One moment. I can still talk. If you talk about mind, body, and soul, technically, this the kind of represent the so-called psychomotor part, no? Affective would refer to your soul, no? Your motor with the body, and the cognitive will be that of their mind. So perfect, no? Again, you go back to that part of your lesson planning, that it's a holistic approach in terms of your lesson planning and the creation of your activities. No? Again, reminder, ang mga teachers, you are the one who you determine the atmosphere in the classroom. Your creativity, innovativeness should really be put into play. Yeah. Ermel? Ermel? Ma'am Vicky, Adam? Nawala si Sir Mel.
Hello? Hello?
Ayan. Yes.
Hello, Sir
You're
Dem?
there. Hi.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, next we have a question, another question from YouTube, from Edel Beltran. What would you advise to people having anxiety working from home?
Okay.
What would you advise to people having anxiety working at home?
Okay. I think all of us experience that. Yung first 2 weeks, okay pa eh. Okay pa. Na-carry pa natin, di ba? Pero pag 2 weeks na talagang kasama mo yung asawa mo, kasama mo yung anak mo, na talagang you want to get out but you can't. That's the scenario, no? And I think, I don't know, but we're still going to be working on that topic, no? Although parang hindi na ating magagawa yon. Kasi we're going to go to GCQ already. Yung cabin fever, kung tawagin. Cabin fever when you're just simply at home and you do nothing. Not nothing, but you're just confined to the house. And anxiety really is going to take a toll, no? My tip there would be very simple, no? Like, you have to go back to the basics, no? Try to take care of your body. Eat well, eat right. Exercise, no? Try to move a bit. Ito, importante. Kahit tayo naka-quarantine, we should make paaraw, no? We have to go out. One doctor says, if you get your vitamin D, you don't get the virus as well. So, hindi lang vitamin C, ha? You have to go out. You go out, magpaaraw ka, no? Dead man na sa mga glutathione mo muna, sa papaya soap mo. You go out, magpaaraw, and that will really boost your spirit. Because yung ating sun increases your serotonin production as well. No? It cooks your serotonin. Kaya nga, going out for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, magtangkay damit, magkikapit bahay na buhay ka pa, etc. Then that is going to be a very good way for us to reduce anxiety. No? Plus avoid also too much sweet. Kasi sometimes yung sweet, give you an artificial source of your energy, biglang magka-crash ka after, no? Or even the type of food that you're eating, no? Can also affect your well-being. Hydrate yourself, eat fruits and vegetables. That will really greatly help lower down your anxiety. Plus meditation. I think if we can still end with that, Mel, it would be a very good thing to do. We end this session with one meditation. Mel? Miss Vicky, Adam?
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Dems.
Yes.
Do we have more questions? Sir Elvin?
Kung nagluluto na
Okay.
sila, utukan.
Ma'am Dems, we have another
Yes.
question from Mr. Candido Perez.
Oh,
This is
kapitbahay
from
namin
our
sila doon.
YouTube
So,
time. Okay. How would we motivate students and parents to accept the new normal and be ready to accept change?
okay. To each his own, no? Some people, they cope very quickly. Pag nagbago, ang bilis lang mag-cope. Ang bilis na mag-change talaga. Ang bilis, no? But others will be so comfortable. Right? But the only way for you to grow, when you learn your way, it's going to be very important, no? To really get out of your comfort zone. Experiment, because only when you get out of your comfort zone that you indeed grow, no? Ang sarap kumiga sa kama, ang sarap matulog, magising, gumising, kumain ng sinangag na unlimited, tapos whatever, then you go back to bed, madun ng Netflix, tulog ulit, pagising mo, lunch, pare-pareho, no? sooner or later, when we go back to GCQ and we start going back to the life that we're going to be living, we will miss that GCQ thing. We will miss the ECQ thing. Yung higa ka lang sa kama, nakatulong ka na sa bayan. That will be a rare event for us to do. Higa ka sa kama, staying at home, nakatulong ka sa bayan. No, when we go back to our usual selves, no, debatable, our usual lives, again, debatable, very important ang ating sense of self and inner peace and stability. No, it's very, di ba? Ano ba yung inner peace na yung stability na yan? It's just trying to accept the things that are happening with the critical mind, with that ability that I can do something, that I am not totally powerless. The things that are happening, it may change, but I can adapt. And I can change and cope and grow. That's the beauty of this. No? All of us, we're all in this together. Kaya walang masyadong magko-complain na, bakit sila ganito, bakit sila ganito? No. All of us, we have our own experiences. And before you know it, 30, 20, 30, 40 years from now, this will be one of the best stories we're going to talk about to our grandchildren. No? Na, alam no, yung COVID na ganyan, tapos may ibang pandemic na naman siguro. Then we can give them the wisdom that we've had during this time. And that's the beauty of it.
Okay.
Mel?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Yes. I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Another question from Mamdul Solis. Hi,
yes,
Dr.
hi.
Deb. This is from Facebook.
Yes.
Yes. Can you share some advice on how to strike a balance in achieving mind, body, and soul stability in a new normal situation?
Okay. First things off, you have to be very, very committed to that idea that these three are linked. Mind, body, soul are linked. No, they're linked. No, and the mind is the one that wraps everything in a bow. Ito yung parang magdudugtong ng lahat-lahat in a very beautiful connection. No, what I go back to my initial slide. What I feed my mind manifests in my body. Kumain ka ng bagnet. Ala, grabe, high blood din ako dito. Your mind is telling your body, ala, high blood din ako dito. What the mind can conceive, the body can achieve. No? Hindi ko alam kung sino nagsabi ng Rogen E ata yun, yung gamot o yung vitamin. But come to think of it, the more you say, okay, ala, high blood din ako, ala, ganito, the mind is going to affect the body. So when the body gets sick, the soul gets affected as well. Because when the body is sick, it's the temple of our Holy Spirit. Sabi nga, it's the temple of our soul. Therefore, the body also is going to be affected. The soul is going to be affected. But when the soul is already affected, learn to be silent, learn to be quiet. The moment you silence your mind, then the soul can start to heal the body. So that's my answer to the question. Believe that there's that relationship of these three, mind, body, and soul. Believe that. And the moment that you believe that, no, parang si Professor sa Money Heist, the moment that you believe that, it is going to be something that you be very careful of. The moment what you guard, what you think of, no, kaya ng bagnet, ala, high blood din. Oh, hindi, high blood din ako, pero hindi. I will watch what I eat. Titikim lang ako, pero my body will be okay. No, my body can flush these things after I eat it, and my body will be okay. No, that's very, very important. We forgot the power of our mind. Because again, your thoughts manifest. So again, start with your thoughts, because it affects your body, and vice versa, it affects your soul, and all would be affected. Sir Mel?
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Dems. We have another question from Mr. Jeff Corono. This is from Facebook.
Yeah.
Sa online learning, malaking concern yung honesty ng mga learners. Di po natin alam kung baka yung parents ang sumasagot ng test.
Okay.
As a psychologist, what would you advise to the learners regarding honesty?
Okay, kahit naman hindi online nun, di ba? Alam naman natin na pati yung mga parents lang gumagawa ng assignment ng mga anak nila. Who are we kidding? Noon pa naman, ganyan ang nangyayari, di ba? Kasi naman, sometimes, you would give a very difficult assignment to your, like, for the children, ng babata. One of the mga nephews ko noon, ang pinagawa ng teacher niya, he was like in grade 2 or grade 3, draw the Philippine national heroes. Yung hirap nun kaya, di ba? Pati nga ako mag-drawing ko, stick, yung pa kayang Philippine national. Draw, hindi cut out pictures. Draw. And that's something very difficult. Now, um, the moment that we will have to go into that, we cannot be like 24-hour policemen trying to go each house, isilip ka sa bintana ng mga estudyante mo, are they doing their assignment? You cannot do that, no? In fact, it's very futile to do that. It would be good that when you come up with a letter or an orientation about the new normal, it would be very important that you will have to call into the beauty of honesty, no? Call into honesty, no? It's very important that you also have to teach them to be honest in the making their work. Plus, also as a teacher, you do some cross checks, no, or validation. Tingnan mo rin kung walang ginawa nila, is it their output? Ask some questions, follow-up questions from the output, no? And from there, you can detect if they really did the work or not. Yon. Janelle?
Correct. That's right. We have to double check if the students really
Tama.
the one
Oo.
who
Yeah, I forgot pala, Sir
finished
Mel.
that particular.
Yung
Yes, ma'am.
yung sa plagiarism, Sir Mel, of course, I
Yes
don't have
po.
the software. What do I do? Sometimes what I do, I highlight, kunyari merong online submission, I highlight everything, copy-paste,
Yes.
ilagay ko sa Google, copy-paste ko sa Google search.
Mm.
Tapos makikita mo yung mga kwan doon, lalabas niya
Yung mga
pinagkuhanan ng
source.
bata, yung mga where he have
Okay.
copy-pasted it. So you can really do that kahit wala kang software of plagiarism.
Software.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next question, Doc Dems. We have here from YouTube from Stephanie Marie Valiente. Maraming mga mamamayan ang nasa laylayan ng ating lipunan. How will this help them if physiological needs are not met, especially in this time? How will this help them if physiological needs are not met, especially in this time?
Okay. Itanong mo kay Robredo. Charot. Joke lang. I often hear her say about that laylayan thing. True. It's very true. It's a very sad reality that a lot of our students right now, or pupils right now, may not even have that ability to have food on their table, what more for like internet connection, no? Again, that would be a very, very one of the most pressing concerns when we go back to the new normal, no? Off the bat, from what I can think of, is try to get some champions from your local government or from people, no, to sponsor a good local place where they can have an internet connection. I think ginagawa na yun before yan eh, no? A good local internet connection. Sabi, a local connection, sapat, walang social distancing. You can have that, but still enforce social distancing. That's one, no? Get a very good local champion or somebody who might be running for office, no? Who can sponsor a very good connection for the bayan. They also have, you can always have means, no? I remember one of my students, Dr. Edgar Tomino, no? Wala silang LCD sa kanilang school, no? From a public school. He said he wrote to many businesses dito sa Baguio, no? McDonald's, Jollibee, etc., Moog, IT, if they are going to if they have excess LCDs or anything that they may be able that they can use for their school. And I think one of the companies responded, no? And at that point, they were able to get an LCD. See, it's a matter of being creative and try to find out that there are many people who are able to help. Iba yung ganito ang buhay ko wala akong gagawa, nasa laylayan ako. Then you just simply wait for things to happen, no? A lot of people, most people are in that laylayan thing. Yes, they're in that area, that particular deplorable condition, but they make that as a stimulus for them to do better, to strive better, and to become the type of people that they want to be. They don't just simply say, kasi pobre ako, wala nang mangyayari sa buhay ko. And the thoughts are manifesting, no? You say, kawawa ako, wala akong mangyayari, then it's a cycle of violence, a cycle of it's a cycle of thought, no? I'm I am poor, wala akong magagawa, then I become complacent, then that's the cycle thing.
Okay, thank you so much, Doc Dem. Another question we have here. Okay, this
Yeah.
question is from Sir Edeng Pu. What would you advise to parents and learners to embrace the online learning or blended learning? What would be your advice to parents and learners to embrace online learning and blended learning?
Okay. Uh, this is you have to reiterate that this is just a result or a response to the the new normal. No, this is not just because teachers want to have free days off and they stay home and just simply watch their telenovelas where their students are there online doing the hard work. No, this is because of what's happening and to prevent future transmission of the virus. This is said to be the new normal thing for now. No, and I think being optimistic about it, this is just a temporary setback. No, I would believe that when there's going to be a very good protocol in terms of treating and healing the sick, then all of us would have no worries actually of getting that virus because gumagaling yung mga doktor natin in treating these cases, no? Then of course when the vaccine comes out, then it would be we're going to go back to that normal feeling of safety that we are able now to go back to the usual mode of teaching. But again, I think even in the normal setting, still engage students in the technology, the use of technology. Kahit naman, I think even if when there was no pandemic pa, teachers will be using technology as part of um, their modalities in teaching. Kaya now's the time that we try to zero in on that, try to um, focus on that for now, but still couple it, balance it out with certain outputs that they can submit. I think that's the thing that you have to remember. So you have to tell them that okay, this just is a response to the existing condition. But when things go back to normal, hopefully, best days are coming, and we go back to the usual way of teaching. Chanel?
Okay, thank you so much, Doc Dems. Another question we have here. Uh, ah, this is from Facebook, from Jen Eller. In this pandemic, we are very sure our students are psychologically affected. What advice can you share to the parents and guardians?
Okay. Um, I don't know if you remember, Sir Mel, we're trying to work on this, no, yung cabin fever na sinasabi natin.
Yeah.
It's very important that you have to express your children, even for most of us, that this is a very new experience. All of us, no. I think nobody has had this experience yet, no. Kaya nga to be quarantined, stay home, very important for us to articulate to our children our own fears as well, our own anxieties as well, our own concerns as well, no? And the moment that they mirror that, ay, ako pati ako mama, ganun din nararamdaman ko, but they don't feel that I'm alone. They don't feel that I am, ako lang nakaramdam ng ganun. That the moment that you hear out your children in terms of their now, you try as much as possible to put a sense of normalcy in your home. No, what's a sense of normalcy? Siguro what you usually do, you try to go back to that usual thing. No, of course you can't go out, then bring outside in. What do you mean? Kung wala kayong mapanood na movie, kasi nga, wala kayong plan, or try your very best to stay home and watch television, tapos sabihin, movie night, parang ganyan. Or you can have some recreation activities. Right now, mga nakikita ko sa TV, yung ginagawa niya parang mga makeshift na pool kasi bawal pa pumunta sa mga beaches. It's very important that you try your very best to put a sense of normalcy, articulate your fears, your anxieties to your family members, acknowledge them, and also try to find out what these teenagers, these children are feeling as well, and you can try to process them. No, you don't have to be a real psychologist to understand and empathize. No, as a mother, as a parent, as a father, you have to learn how to feel what they're feeling. Oh, Mother's Day na pala sa Sunday. Pati mga mothers na quarantine din sila.
Yes.
Yan. So,
Okay,
Mel,
thank you. Next, last two.
last two.
Balikan ko lang po, Doc Dem, yung question ni Ma'am Ma'am Melina, doon sa Zoom account po natin.
Okay.
Her question is, in this new norm and challenges in the educational system, we who are hands-on and head-on in the preparation seems to be more prone to stresses. What pieces of advice can you give to avoid stresses?
Okay.
Them?
Okay, dalawa. Una, allow yourself to fail. Forgive yourself if you fail. Sometimes with what's happening, the changes in whatever, in mga mode of teaching, and pag pumalpak at maraming mga reklamo ng mga estudyante and maraming mga resisting forces, allow yourself to fail, allow yourself to go through that feeling, but don't stay there. Learn to forgive yourself as well. No, all of us, we didn't become very good teachers in a snap of a finger. No, all of us became good in our profession for so many years. No, I would want to believe that all of you, mga teachers then, in a way, you're also frontliners in a way because you try to do homework to provide to your children, to your students, no, during this time. That's number one. No, allow yourself to fail and you forgive yourself. Number two is to be a teacher is really stressful. So allow yourself frequent breaks. No, allow yourself to rest when you need to. No, that's only when you get rested that your mind gets fresh. No, right now I'm having this on my iPad, yung coloring na by number, ko-color mo siya. Tapos may isa, hanapin mo, ang tagal-tagal, hinahanap mo na 30 minutes, hindi mo mahanap-hanap. Tapos, i-off mo muna, you rest. When you switch it on, makikita mo, nandun lang pala. So, ganun din ang utak natin. We keep on doing certain things, we're pushing ourselves to the limit, and our efficiency goes down. Learn to have frequent breaks. Lalo ngayon, it's going to be more stressful right now. I'm forecasting when you go back to work, if you are going to go physically to work, transportation is going to be hell. No? Talagang yung social distancing na yan. It's trying to go and pay your bills. Kasi 2 months ay natenga, then you're going to queue up to pay the bill and all those things. This is the new normal, everyone. And learn the value of patience. And be innovative. Ibang tao, siguro nagda-download ng mga Korean novela nila sa phone nila. And before you know it, tapos yung pila, it's your turn already. Others naman, they download books. No? I mean, I buy online books sa Lazada. 10 pesos, 15 pesos na books talaga na e-books. No? E-book you can download and you can read it on your tablet or your phone. Those things you have to do to really help yourself see you through this pandemic. The new normal.
Okay, thank you so much. I guess that's all. Those are the questions that are related to the topic that you discussed, Dr. Dems. And thank you so much. This is from Ma'am Paz. Thank you so much, Dr. Dems, and to Ched. Maraming salamat, Dr. Pilado. And yes, tama po si Doc Dems that we need to keep on thinking positive thoughts, positive ideas, so that we'll be able to stabilize our minds, our body, and soul. So once again, from us in the Commission on Higher Education Region 1, Dr. Dems, maraming salamat po. May I request all our Zoom participants to unmute your microphones and unhide your cameras and let us give a big round of applause to our speaker. Yes,
ayan,
unhide kasi yung mga iba na may
mga
nakatago. Nakatago po sila.
Oo
Ayan.
nga,
So, palakpakan naman po natin si Dr. Dems. Palakpakan naman po natin. Yay!
Hindi daw naka-unmute,
Okay.
naka-unmute sila, Sir
Maraming salamat. Nakamute ba ako?
Minute na kami lahat.
Yeah.
Okay. Sige po. Okay, so let's give our warm thank you to Dr. Dems. Ayan,
Thank you po,
magpasalamat
Dr.
tayo.
Dems.
Palakpakan natin si Dr. Dems for sharing his thoughts
Thank you, Doc
on
Dem.
stabilizing the mind,
Thank you po.
body, and
Thank
soul.
you.
Thank you, Doc Dem.
Ayan.
Kayo din po.
Pa-docu na kayo, mag-docu na kayo. Picture. Ganito na po yung bagong family picture natin. Yeah, family picture. Okay. Alright.
Feel me, Lord.
Okay, so thank you once again sa ating napakagaling na speaker, Dr. Mamaat. Maraming salamat.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Okay na po. May I request detective to please unmute our participants for now.
Yan. Nag-flip sila. Maingat na masyado.
Okay. Okay na, Tek. Okay, maraming salamat kay Dr. Dems for sharing her thoughts on mind, body, and soul stability, meeting the challenges of the new normal. Okay, so to end this particular session on mental health, I would like to request our chief education program specialist, Dr. Danilo B. Bose. Sir, are you here? Oh, there you are. Okay, sir, for your thank you message to all our participants and also to our speaker. Sir Danny, hello? Sir Danny, nakamute po tayo. Nakamute ata si Sir Danny, hindi siya marinig. Technical, nakamute. Sir, wait lang po. Nakamute po ata tayo.
Sige.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Okay na? Meron na?
Okay,
Hello?
sir. Meron na
Mel?
po, sir. Yes.
Okay,
po.
Mel. Sige. Okay, thank you, Mel. Good afternoon, everybody. My dear participants in this webinar. And on behalf of the Commission on Higher Education Regional Office 1, through the leadership of our OIC Director, Dr. Galera, we would like to thank all the participants. Umabot pa yata ng 220 participants. Indeed, ibang level na ito. Parang hindi na lang yata national, parang international pa yata. And we also would like to thank also our speakers. Of course, Dr. Dems, yan na siya, our Suki. And of course, kaninang umaga, Mr. Michael Jimenez for their valuable time na pamahagi yung kanilang mga nalalaman tungkol dito sa mga kaganapan ngayong pandemic ng COVID-19. And we hope that in the next webinar like this, we expect the support of everybody. Nang sa ganon ay sana naman itong mga activities nito ay makatulong kami na mapagaan ang inyong mga kalooban during this time of COVID-19 pandemic. With this, again, on behalf of CHED Region 1, maraming salamat sa inyong mga participants, and please keep safe everyone. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so
Back to you,
much,
Mel.
Sir Danny. Thank you, sir. Okay, so again, in behalf of the Commission on Higher Education Region 1, we would like to express our gratitude to all of you, to all our 64 participants who participated to this first session of our webinar series. So we hope that you will be logging in next week for Tuesdays and Thursdays, because there are still a lot of topics that we need to discuss next week. We would like also to thank our 400 plus viewers in our YouTube channels, and also our 160 plus viewers in our FB live. So maraming salamat po for participating and for engaging with us to this challenging times. And also to our speakers, to Mr. Michael Jimenez and also to Dr. Rolando Mamaat. Maraming salamat po for sharing your thoughts, your what they call this, your expertise to this particular topic on mental health. So muli po, maraming salamat. Let's all stay at home, keep safe, and let us all continue to follow DOH guidelines in the prevention of COVID-19 transmission. May I request all our Zoom participants to stay on the meeting room. We will be giving you the online form where you will going to uh, have your post evaluation. Yes? Okay. I guess it is already posted in our YouTube channel and Facebook. The link is https colon backslash slash bit.ly slash Chedro1 webinar week 1. Technical, can you please post that link in the Zoom account? Can we do that? Okay. Can post it in the chat room.
Post na lang po para screenshot namin.
Yes. Kindly post na lang po. Okay. So this particular evaluation form will be the basis for giving you your e-certificates for this particular week. Okay? Ayan. So hanggang 12 noon lang po bukas yung link na ito. So kindly accomplish this particular online evaluation form so that we'll be able to give you your e-certificate for this week. There will be another e-certificate to be given to you if you will be attending next week. Again, we encourage everyone to join us next week. Our topic will be on spiritual health. And on Thursday, we will be having overview of distance learning education. We have an international speaker. We have Dr. Pedro Zazueta. And we will also be having Dr. Norly Dumenden for the understanding the learners in an extraordinary time. For the third week, that will be focused on the common online platforms. We have lecturers who will going to discuss the G Suite, the virtual learning environment of MMSU, and the Edmondo Classroom for online teaching and learning, blending learning using Schoology and Codecom, TESMOS online assessment. Also, for offline teaching method, we have writing effective teaching modules by Dr. Felina Espique, and also some special topics on gender and nutrition. So those are the different topics that we've lined up for you for this first teen webinar series. Okay, so maraming salamat po for staying and for joining us to this first week of our webinar series. So again, thank you everyone to all our Zoom participants. Thank you. Bye-bye po sa inyo. See you on Tuesday and Thursday next week. Okay? All right. And also to all our Facebook followers and YouTube followers, please join us again on Tuesdays and Thursdays next week. Okay, so from us in the Commission on Higher Education Region 1, maraming salamat po. I guess Dr. Galera is on board in Zoom account. Yes, andito ka ba, Sir JR? Sir JR, and also the other members of the technical unit are also on Zoom account. So From us in the family of the Commission on Higher Education Region 1, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. See you on next week, Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you everyone, and stay at home and always observe DOH guidelines in the prevention of COVID-19 transmission. Maraming salamat and goodbye everyone.
Mhm.